Hey guys, welcome to 7 Days to Die, Rome. This is part 18. We are almost done. Light at the end of the tunnel is approaching. Couple things. One, we are kind of postponing our non-creative mode one. That's why we're doing another one of these instead. Just because, one, we're almost done with this, so it's like it would be nice just to get it out of the way and done. And there's still no update yet. So we don't really want to do too much of that. Too much of that series without really having that much content going on.
Until they fix that zombie problem.
Yeah, I mean, we have been getting attacked recently a little bit, but nothing compared to what it used to be. I mean, I've been playing this game since, its first release, basically. And when I first played this game, I hated it because it was so hard. Like, you had to immediately know what you were doing when you played this game or you wouldn't survive the first night. And I, of course, didn't survive the first night. And it just became very, stressful and I didn't enjoy it. But now, it's like I wish it would be like that again because there's just no challenge. Dude, this is what did I do over here? Oh, that's why I'm doing it. Oh. Okay, it goes up 2 steps. And then it just tears off, I guess. Really curious to see if we remove these beams once this whole thing's done, if it's gonna freaking fall on us.
Who knows? Might not, since you put it all together.
Well, it shouldn't because, we built it the same way. It's not like it's different.
Yeah, but now we have the whole thing together, so once we remove it, it shouldn't, unless we walk on it, then it probably could.
It's like, Emperor, we've finished with your Circus Maximus. We have one problem. No one can come see the chariot races because it can't hold the weight of anybody.
Especially you.
It holds 80,000 people.
Especially you, eating those grapes.
Yeah. Badass prick.
Yeah. You should give us some grapes. Grapes aren't even that much anymore.
Oh my god, yeah, but they were like
Yeah.
sign of royalty back then. Pretty weird. Well, times have changed.
It's also, it was different back then too. They ate the seeded grapes, and nobody in today's time, like...
Oh my god, when I was working at Kroger, man, I ate one of those on accident, and I, about threw up my mouth.
Yeah, but back then they didn't have seedless because they didn't change. They didn't know how to change.
Right.
the chromosomes to make it that way.
Right.
Which a lot of people would kind of disagree with me on this, but changing something does sound like it's genetically modified. So all seedless things are GMO'd, even though the government says that organics can't be. Even though we have organic seedless grapes and organic seedless oranges. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Because they added another chromosome to each thing, like grapes, watermelon, oranges, to make them seedless. Because adding another one screwed something up with it, which you're messing with the genes of everything. It's just not the same process of what they're doing now to the seed, but it's definitely been altered. But people are just like eating it up, and they're like, I hate GMOs. And it's just like you're eating it with the seedless grapes.
Yeah, well, it's because it's been around for so long. People are
Exactly.
It's normal, you know, like it's blended in, and they get it confused with new stuff that's happening.
Yeah, but they'll be against stuff like that. Like, I posted something on Facebook, it's pretty funny, about that. Jimmy Kimmel was asking people what GMO was. And they're like, do you hate it? And they're like, oh yeah, it's bad for you. And then he's like, so what's GMO stand for? And they're like, and so, somebody's like, genetically modified, and then they got stuck on the O, and somebody said a word with an I, and it ends with O, and he's just like, it ends with O. And they're like, oh, they didn't know what the O was. They were stuck on that, which is like the easiest thing.
Yeah, right? People are dumb, man.
Yeah, they're like, and he's just like, we just wanted to see how many people are against something they don't understand what it is.
Like everybody? That's
Yeah.
exactly why, like anything. The entire world. People don't like what they don't understand. Is that how it goes? No, what's the saying? There's a saying about... Oh, no, people are afraid of what they don't understand. That's what it is.
Yeah, so like, they're against it, and because they read somebody's opinion that it's bad for you. Now, I do not disagree or agree with this, but why I don't like it, and why I'm against it, is because they know nothing about it. They don't know, they just did this and it worked out, but they don't know like how it affects you. It doesn't know how it affects the environment. They don't know any of that. So it's like they're putting in the food, which I don't like because they don't know anything. Now, I'm not going to say I don't like it because it could cause cancer, because that's kind of hard to prove since everything causes cancer. The air you breathe right now can cause cancer.
Right.
So it's like, it's kind of hard to prove that that will cause cancer. Now there's other opinions, whether it's right or wrong, that says it's actually healthier to eat GMO food, which I'll laugh in a couple of years or like 20 years, and they have research on it which actually is beneficial, that everybody wants it in their food.
I don't think it's unhealthy for you.
But the reason I'm not against it because it's bad, it may be bad for you. I'm against it because they don't know. And I don't like to be the guinea pig. Even though everybody's a guinea pig every day, 24/7.
I just don't feel like it's it's really like that though. Like I at least for that type of thing, I agree with you, but for something a little bit more extreme, I'd probably be more on your side. But like something like that, I don't feel like it's like a mad science project, you know. It doesn't seem as reckless as, you know, some other borderline questionable decisions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't freak me out.
To know the backstory, Monsanto is the farm that owns every GMO seed out there because they put a patent on GMO seed. The fact of the matter is that they are known for not caring about people's health or the well-being of anybody else from what they do. But again, I'm against it because they don't know. Not that I don't know if it caused, like, there's nothing anybody can say that will convince me that it causes cancer until they actually have data behind it, which, if you look online to see what it actually is, there is no research on it. It's only people's opinions.
You know, like, I know there's a saying for this, but it's like, people, if you try to find something, like, if you're looking for something, you'll find it, kind of thing. Like people who think there's a problem with something will
find that there's a problem.
Will, like, look for it, like, in every possible way, and they'll end up finding it because they've thought it's a problem so much in their head that it's become a problem, like, in real life, if that makes any sense. Almost like, like a Sasquatch, you know? It's like, people believe in it so much that it's real to them. They've literally fooled themselves into believing that it's
or chronic liars. When they lie all the time, they kind of just believe it.
Yeah, I know a few of those.
That's how, that's how you, like, are good at lying, because you believe everything you say, even though you know it's a lie, but you're so used to it that...
Narcissism? Is that...
I don't know. I don't know the actual word. I just know it's simplified version of it is chronic liar. But, like, just a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm so against it, it causes this and this, and it's like, well, actually, you don't know if it does or not, and you're just if you read it on the internet, you're just reading somebody's opinion because that's all they have, because they just passed the law saying that they'll keep on having GMOs. And then there's a lot of them where they're like, well, Europe banned them, and it's like, Europe didn't. They actually have to label it if it is or not. Because over there, the funny thing is, they mostly GMO potatoes. Obviously, you can make vodka with potatoes, so...
Right.
That's what they mostly do. We mostly do corn because that's where the money is. Corn is in ethanol, so...
Right.
Plus corn sucks anyways. It literally is the only vegetable that actually needs our help to grow. It doesn't grow with pollination, so there's no pollen with corn.
Right.
There's no... so there's, like, bees don't even go to it and stuff like that. So it's like it actually needs us to water it, to fertilize it, to do all this stuff. So it's like a stupid crop.
It's good, though.
It's good, but...
That's retard.
Yeah. It's not like, this game where corn will last forever.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's growing outside right now in this swamp by itself.
Should send a thing to the developers and be like, this is wrong.
Yeah, corn needs our help to grow. Yeah, some lady, one time I was working, and she was asking about the non-organic cantaloupe. And she's like, so is this safe to eat? And I was like, well, it's not part of the Dirty Dozen, so it doesn't have any, the pesticides doesn't really tend to get inside because it has a shell that you don't eat unless you plan on eating it, which nobody does. And she's like, well, I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about if the GMOs would get in. I was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, do you know what a GMO is? And then she's like, yeah. And she said what it was. And I was like, well, do you know that it's actually the seed? So the plant is actually GMO'd. But nobody knows how they actually do it. But they take one plant and they cross it with another. That's all they do. One plant that's not in the family. So, like, they could make, for example, like, if your tomatoes or whatever, or your kale gets eaten by bugs, you can cross a plant that doesn't like, that is resistant to the bugs, which the bugs don't like to eat, and cross it with your kale. And the bugs won't get it, so then you don't have to use pesticides.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, people are so against pesticides, and then they figure out a way to stop using pesticides, and now people are against that.
Again, though, dude, it's like, haters gotta hate, you know? People
Yeah, they gotta...
never make everybody happy. It's just a fact of life. That's why when people get upset about not pleasing other people, I'm like, dude, just, there's fucking 6.4 billion people out there. Like, you're not gonna please everybody, just, forget about it.
Yeah, don't even try.
Sweat it. Just wasting your time.
Yeah, you can try, but you won't, because there's always going to be somebody that picks up on something or gets mad.
Well, there's just people that are unhappy, like fun governors. That's what I call them. There's just people that have to constantly be ruining other people's time. Like, literally butt in on things that aren't even affecting them or anything. They just gotta...
Yeah, go to people's jobs and complain. Why did I put that? Crap.
Fuck up?
Yeah, I don't know how that screwed that up.
You fuck up a lot?
No, it's fine.
Okay, well...
I just put the wrong... Somehow... I put the lined concrete down.
Oh.
When I had concrete already up. Like, I didn't even...
Okay, I'm gonna start heading your way. I wish this thing would be a little quicker. Like I click and sometimes it doesn't place a block.
Yeah, well, just think about if faster. Like, it doesn't render as fast as, like, if it was my game. But that's just because I'm on your server or whatever.
Right.
So it would be the same if you played online.
Yeah, but it's still doing it to me, though. Like, I'll click, and then, like, if I'm doing, like, a row or something, I'll click, and it'll be, like, the first 3 will hit, the 4th one, I'll click it, but it doesn't put anything, and then I'll click the 5th one that puts it down, so I always have to go back to the 4th one and put one there, because it didn't put one down when I clicked.
Yeah, it does that to me too. Or like I'll place it and it'll take forever, and there will be nothing there. So then I have to wait until it appears, and it's like it takes forever sometimes. It's like I can place a block faster than this. Come on. Like I just destroyed this block over here. It's still there on my screen, but I can see the little floating one. Weird.
So close. So, what do you want to put down beneath the track? 'Cause we're going to need to put something down above, below the wood. Or below the...
Wood.
below the, dirt. A cobblestone or something? Like gravel, you know? Like,
Yeah,
not gravel, but...
you can put cement down, it doesn't matter.
No, but I would just like to do something that's different. I mean, fuck, we're gonna use cement. We're gonna be using cement for a lot for this stuff, but... You know, just a little change of pace. So, think of like cobblestone or like that... Remember that stone we used for like the sewer thing we did? Something like that.
Sewer for the pyramid?
Yeah.
That was cobblestone.
Wasn't it like fleet?
Oh, it was flagstone.
Flagstone,
yeah.
yeah. I think that'd be good. And that pyramid was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Do. Still haven't watched Gotham yet.
Get on that.
Last night I watched Purge Anarchy. It was alright.
I think I heard that. That's a movie, right?
Yeah, that's the second Purge movie. You see it?
No, I heard of it. I didn't see it.
It was good, but it was one of those movies where like 50,000 people are shooting at each other, but only like 2 people get hit. You know, like it has like that like 80s action movie, like, you know, somehow people are shooting yet no one's really getting hit. Like it just...
Yeah, you can't be that like if it was real life, no one like they wouldn't. 2 people wouldn't get hit.
There are parts of that movie that are really, really well done. Like, there's a part where like the Purge is about to start. It's starting in like 2 hours, and this guy and his girlfriend are heading home to like take shelter, and they're like in downtown Los Angeles, and their car like breaks down, and it's because these guys that they saw earlier, like this one guy like walks up to him, like he leaves with like picks up his girlfriend or something from like her apartment, like on foot, and when they're walking away from her apartment, this guy like bumps into him, and he's got like his face is all painted up like creepy and shit, and like when he like purposely bumps into him and like stares him down, and he's obviously someone who's going to be purging, you know.
Yeah, right.
And you're kind of like get this feeling from him like he's gonna do some fucking shit, you know, as soon as that alarm sounds saying that you can kill people or whatever. Well, you know, they get in the car or whatever and they leave and like drive down the road and stuff, and they end up car ends up breaking down, and they realize that the guy and his group of people that were with him like cut a bunch of wires and stuff and sabotaged their car. Well, as soon as they realize that their like car's broken down, this van rolls up and like a bunch of guys on dirt bikes roll up, and it's those same guys, and you know, like they get out and they're like just standing there at the end of the road. They have like machetes and stuff like that. It was really creepy because it was like a shit, like you got nowhere to go and these guys are just waiting to fucking hunt you. It was really cool, but like it didn't go anywhere from there. Like it was like they just ran away from the car and then the guys just stood there and let him run away. And the rest of the movie they're like chasing after him and stuff. But I felt like when I was watching the movie, I felt like they should have not focused the entire movie on a group of people, but they should have just not made main characters in the movie and just showed like multiple different people dealing with the night, like at the same time, like cut back and forth between random people, almost like Sin City, where it's like multiple stories being told at once.
Yeah.
But like, have it be like random, like different things are happening, like, you know, not just one group of people, because one, you know people aren't going to die because they're like characters that are well established and stuff, and it's like, well, they're not going to die because they're the main characters. But if you just had random people you don't really care about, you could kind of Game of Thrones it and just kill off anyone you wanted, and that would make the tension super high because you'd be like, shit, who's going to fucking die next, you know, like. And with a you know, movie all about being able to do whatever you want, Night of the Purge, to me that whole idea makes no sense either, because like the government is like full on supporting the whole thing. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It just doesn't make sense that like people wouldn't be like, crime wouldn't exist if that happened. I feel like crime would still exist, probably even more with that, because all the good people would die, and then there'd just be nothing but bad people left. You know, like like for instance, the whole movie, like people are lighting houses on fire and cars and blowing shit up and just making a mess of things, and it's like, who cleans this up? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the next day you gotta go to your...
The next day, the world continues as it was, and nothing, you know, it's like, what about all these burned cars in the street and all this crazy shit that went down? Like,
yeah, you imagine the insurance rates?
Just, yeah, like anything, like, it would just fuck up everything, because, oh, okay, well, you know, I survived the night, but my car's gone, because my neighbor blew it up, and my front lawn's torn to shit, because my other neighbor decided to light it on fire, you know, like... it was one of those things where I was thinking the whole movie, like, how the fuck would this even be a thing? Huh?
Yeah, I was just commenting, I was like, but at least I got his house.
Yeah.
I didn't like him, so I blew it up. Now I own his property.
It just seems like a movie that, like, the government's just like, well, let's give the criminals what they want. And hopefully that'll leave them alone the rest of the year. It's like, I guess that's good, but, you know, a year is not that long, and a lot of people die in that time frame. It's just weird. You having trouble getting into the game or something?
No.
Are you back in?
Yeah, I just clicked it.
Oh. This is almost done, guys. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that floor, that ground is gonna take forever.
Yeah,
Just placing the blocks.
it's gonna look fucking awesome.
It's gonna look awesome, but placing the blocks in a row, that's more than 64 stacks. Well, in length.
Yeah,
It's gonna take forever.
it's gonna take a long time.
And then we gotta do it again to place the
Dirt.
safe
Yeah,
dirt.
yeah. Like I said, dude, we'll have it done by. We'll most likely have this done by part 20. Because this part of the building will be done at the end of this episode. And the only thing that will be left to do will be do the track and the floor of the entire place. So. I mean, it'll be very close at least by part 20. So many damn pillars. Blew him out already. Yeah, I mean, it was a decent movie. Wouldn't give it any awards or anything, but I enjoyed it.
Not the movie of the year.
It wasn't scary.
Was it
It
supposed to
wasn't
be scary?
that interesting. Well, it's a horror movie.
Oh, really?
The idea could be scary. It really could be a scary idea, but it was just done once again in the wrong way. Like, for instance, the first one, the entire night is based on one family in one house. It would be so much better if they did it multiple people in an entire city, like they did with this one. But again, they didn't do multiple people. They just did a group of people that happened to be together. And it's frustrating because it's like, they're one thing is like, how do they all end up being in the same place, and why do they give a shit about each other, and why do they continue to stay together for no fucking reason? And I just think it would have been better if they just had like multiple different things going down. And I don't know. Shit. Right. Oh fuck, I did that wrong. Really mean.
What?
I messed up over here, but it's not that big of a deal. It's funny because the game kept trying to repair it for me, like trying to fix it, but I kept putting it back thinking it was right, but I was wrong.
Oh, it's right, you dumb game.
stuff done, getting stuff done. Damn it. Figure out how it does that. Yeah, it's definitely more than 64 all the way across.
Yeah, it's going to be, well, yes, I have to take in consideration that some of it is not going to be dirt, like over there by the seating, but
Still gotta cover it though.
yeah, and still take a long time.
I'm just glad to be on something else. Like, I don't really mind it because we're not doing the seating again. It's just something different.
Until you get down to it and you get like halfway done.
Oh,
you're
no,
like,
I know it's going to be the same eventually, but just initially, it's something new. And if you really think about it, I mean, all this is the same. You're clicking the same button, the same result. So, I mean,
no, sometimes you click it and you eat it,
oh yeah,
or you fire the gun. But in this case, you click the button and it's just the same.
see how the stairs have like these little, or the seating have like these vertical things over here?
Yeah.
You can put those in if you want. I started them over here. So I want to get this done by the end of this episode, so that way all we have to do is the track and the floor, and we're good.
This thing is so huge.
Yeah, it's massive. It's gonna be sweet. Put that shit on MySpace. Click, 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 click. So what'd you do today?
Work.
Oh, you had the day off.
No, I had yesterday off.
Oh.
Yeah, I closed today. Closed tomorrow. I closed the next day, and I have Friday off.
Well, I don't have Friday off, or any of those other days, but I hopefully will have the weekend off. Or at
You'll
least
probably work
Sunday.
Saturday.
What?
You'll probably work Saturday.
Yeah, most likely. But it's payday. It's pay week, so that's nice. Gotta love 80 hours plus 36 hours overtime. Pretty awesome.
Not really.
116 hours of work in 2 weeks. Oh, damn. I'm gonna shoot your clock. Because it sounds like the frickin' bell at school.
Yeah, but the bell didn't go all the way through.
What do you
It
mean?
stopped like halfway through.
That must have been like annoying at home.
Not really.
Just to get home and hear what you hear at school every day.
What was it really saying? Did it go all the way through? I really don't care.
Well, obviously, it's still ringing. If you cared, you would have stopped it.
There's been times where there's been no battery, so...
I'm not the type of person that would ever want a clock in my room, like, or in my house like that. You know, like, something that goes off. Actually, I have a grandfather clock downstairs, so every now and then it's like boom. It's a creepy sound. I wonder why they were called grandfather clocks. How did that start?
Because everybody and your grandfather had one.
Well, I know that. It was actually my grandfather's, but I just want to know why, because of when he got it, I don't think he was a grandfather yet. You know, like... Is the kitchen timer a mother clock?
Mother clock. It's sexist.
I don't think so. Everywhere around the world, especially like primitive places, the women are the people who like tend to the food, children, and shit like that. It's just the way the world has been put, man. That isn't me.
I know, but it's just...
It does. I mean, it is kind of sexist, but
Gotham had something on that. It was pretty funny.
it's definitely just the way things turned out. Like, it's nobody's fault, really.
There's this Russian guy, and can you guess his name?
Russian?
Yeah, and Gotham. Guess his name.
Now, are you talking like an actual like Batman character, or are you just like a generic Russian name?
Just a generic Russian name.
Sergey?
No.
Vlad?
No. Nikolai.
Oh.
Can't believe you didn't guess. What do they name every Russian guy?
Well, Sergey is
everything.
one.
What his name was that?
Or Vladimir.
He's just like, back at home, women do two things. In the kitchen or bed.
Yeah, I mean...
Whoever that black chick his name is, I forget. And then she's like, got really mad or whatever. Pretty funny. Just how you said it though.
The black cop?
No. The criminal one.
Oh, what's her name? Red or something like that? Will Smith's wife?
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Yeah, I think her name's Red. You know she's a heavy metal singer?
Really?
Yeah, she's the lead singer for a band called Wicked Wisdom. Do yourself a favor and look it up, it's pretty crazy. I've actually seen her live at Ozfest, but she could sing, that's for sure. Yeah. The guy who wrote Getting Jiggy With It, his wife is a metal singer. Getting jiggy with it!
click, 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 click.
I'm almost to the end. Fuck, I messed up. Now I just gotta make some touches, and then we're good. So we're done. What time do you wake up?
I slept in, actually.
What's sleeping in?
Like 9.
9?
Yeah.
I'll put a 10. Almost done painting my neighbor's house, and it's like when I'm done doing that, it's gonna be so nice. I'm so sick of waking up every day knowing that, like, at some point I gotta go out and fucking paint a section of the house before work. It's like shitty as hell, and every day I get a text and it's like, "You painting yet?" I'm like, "Fuck, leave me alone." It's just like, ugh. And like today, it's like, I don't know, probably an hour and a half before I have to leave. Or no, about an hour before I have to leave. I get a text, it's like, "Can you paint the gutters? Because stepdad wants to put them up when he gets home." I'm like, I wasn't planning on doing anything. So I was planning on going to Meijer early before work and getting the new Slipknot CD. And I was like, yeah. So I went in the garage and Speedy Gonzalez the gutters. So got those done, and then ran to Meijer, got the CD, and went to work. It was like just bullshit. But what's nice though is that they put them up, so I don't have to put the gutters back up, which is nice because they are a bitch. I just hope I can get a couple days where it's not raining. Or
Yeah,
like,
but it is October.
yeah. This is true.
It's like really cold and rainy.
Well, I don't mind the cold because when you're out there and it's fucking blistering hot, it's terrible. It's like the worst.
Well, I don't mind the cold either. I
But
hate when it's
the
really
rain
cold,
is just
like
shitty.
winter or something. Like it's in the middle of winter, and then it should be snowing, but it's raining and it's cold.
Yeah.
You're just like, really?
Almost done. Oh. Okay, now I put a thing up in my corner. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Alright, now I go along with this. This shouldn't take too long. I can get lined up properly. So I do these finishing touches in 10 minutes. I'd not to have this be too long of an episode or part.
Yeah, because you got to get to Outlast.
Yeah, right. Dreading that. by the way. If any of you guys have been watching, only posted one video, but the new or not new, but the DLC for Outlast. I got done with that game and was like, thank God it's over. Like, I beat it, I'm done. Wash my hands of it, you know. And see the DLC on Steam on sale, and I'm like, God damn it. Gotta play it. Still not as scary as Amnesia, though. Like, Amnesia The Dark Descent was so fucking scary. Like, you're in an old castle and you're just walking around, and it's like, you're like, what's this room? And it's like, the morgue. And you're like, fuck that. Like, I'm not going in some dungeon morgue. In the basement of this castle. It's pitch black and you can't see a damn thing. And your only means of being able to see, if you know, is dwindling because your lantern oil is running out. Like, Machine for Pigs is scary, but The Dark Descent is so much scarier. Machine for Pigs' story is better, though. Okay, what else? I'm gonna do. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, this is fragile. You touch stuff and it falls apart.
This the bleachers?
No, the like roof above the pillars above the bleachers.
Oh, it's probably because it's really super high.
I don't know. It's weird. I just feel like things that are concrete should, like, stick together. Because in real life they'd be poured. So...
Well, you can't have it too long in real life, or...
No, you're right. But I'm just saying, like... If I have a square block and I put a little tiny half square next to it, like, connected to it, in real life those two things would be poured from the same thing. Like, they wouldn't be two separate pieces of concrete, like, glued together. It'd be one big piece. So... Almost there, I can see the corner. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna do this. What time do you work tomorrow?
Same time I close.
Yeah, well, what time do you start, though?
2:30.
It's kind of a weird time.
Oh, I work 2:30 to 10:30.
Oh, 10:30, okay. thought it was like till 10 or something. We almost worked the same schedule. Get there half hour later than you, and leave half hour later than you. How long's your lunch?
Half an hour.
I get an hour lunch. Booyah.
Is it paid?
Yep.
So you might
Booyah again.
But you're not. It's still, we're working the same amount of hours, so.
Still, it's just nice to get paid and have an hour instead of a half hour. Like Kroger, it's like, I want to go out, up, my lunch is over. You can't
I never
fucking.
took a lunch.
What?
I never took a lunch.
Well, there were a couple times where I took a lunch, like on slow days and stuff. But that's the reason why I never took lunches, because it was, one, it wasn't really, you're not getting paid, so might as well get paid for, you know, might as well just not take one. But also, there's not enough time. Like, I'd get in there, I'd like bring soup in, I'd get in there, put soup, you know, in the microwave. You know, it's depending also if no one else is fucking using it. And by the time I finally got, like, sat down to eat, it was like, over. Like, what the fuck? Bullshit.
I pretty much get however many breaks I want, though.
Yeah, for us, it's like, we normally take 5-minute breaks every now and then, but it's never up to me. It's like if the shift leader wants to, like, alright, let's take a break, we'll take a break. But it's really like, it's really hard to judge, because there are times where it's like, I really want a fucking break, and no one takes a break. And then there are times where it's like, I'm just getting into my workflow, and it's like, let's take a break. And I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm not gonna argue with not working and getting paid for it. Just kind of, the rhythm is strange. Like today, we took a break at 5:30 and we have lunch at 6. Like 5:38 is when we took a break. I was like, really? Like, and I asked Mike, who was covering for Matt, because Matt was at the dentist today, getting a bunch of his teeth pulled. So I was like, are we still taking lunch at 6? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's fucking 5:45. We're taking a break. Like, kind of weird. Fucking thing is so goddamn long. I wanted to have this thing done at the 1 hour mark, but we might be pushing a little past that. That's okay. Get this shit done. That's what that one is. Yeah, so weird. This kid at work that was filling in for the night shift graduated with me, or not graduated with me, but graduated a year before me. But he was like, "You look really familiar. What's your name?" I'm like, "Craig," and he's like, I know you from somewhere or whatever." And I'm like, I thought he was someone else. I was like, "You Chris?" And he's like, "No, my name's Rob." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Who I thought you were is not who you were." But he was in my aquatic dynamics class. Did you ever take a class like that? Like a swimming class? No, aquatic dynamics. Like swimming.
I took weightlifting and gym.
Oh, I had 2 swimming classes. It's fucking awesome. And it was my 5th hour? Wait, was there 6 hours? Or 7 hours? High school 6, right?
When we had semesters, but when we had trimesters, it was like 5.
But I wasn't part of that. You were.
Yeah. And
They got rid of the
ended it
fucking
when I left.
capstone, too. You fucking asshole.
What?
I said they got rid of capstones my
Oh, yeah,
graduating
right.
year. So I had to
Right
write a
when I was
fucking
a senior.
capstone and you didn't have to do shit.
Yeah. Right when I was a senior, they got rid of it.
I thought they got rid of it when I was a senior, like after I was a senior.
Nope. They got rid of it when I was a senior.
That is bullshit. Bullshit.
It was funny because, like, they were talking about capstones when I was in junior. They're like, yeah, make sure you think about it. And then, like, we went into the senior year, and they're like, yep, don't have them.
You want to hear what I got on my capstone?
What?
A D. Dude, it was a good one, too. It was bullshit. The teacher was a dick.
Who did you have?
Fuck. I've seen him before. I saw him at Kroger when I was working there.
Oh, no.
What'd you do?
Place the block.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll fix that. Oh, that is not cool.
Great. So if we remove those supports, it's probably going to fall.
Well, I have a plan.
So it looks like we won't be finishing this.
No, we will. I'm fucking finishing it before the end of this video. It's gonna be a little bit longer, but I don't care. This isn't that big of a deal. After this one row that we're doing together, just have one more thing I gotta do, so. I think this wasn't supported properly down here. I don't think we double layered it. I think that's the problem. These fucking stairs have been a bitch to us, though. Or
And this side, yeah.
just been like hell on earth.
They collapse a lot.
I mean, I first saw it as being kind of a challenge, but not as much as it turned out to be.
The other side went in smooth.
It collapsed a couple times on me, but only like right at the end over there by the tower. Once I made it about a quarter of the way, it stopped. It's kind of weird. Okay, it's back to where it was. Alright, can I do this? Son of a bitch. Some of my drink. We're at 1 hour 7 minutes. Pretty damn long.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big file.
Whatever. I don't own the YouTube servers. You imagine how big they have to be? Like, I mean, for our videos alone, it's like at least a terabyte. And there are millions and millions and millions of users with their hundreds of thousands of videos in each, you know. Like, we've been doing this for just over a month, and we have like 130 videos already.
Yeah.
Like, give it a year.
Well, yeah, especially after I start making them.
And Ren. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering, we are a 3-man team. You see me the most, or hear me the most, because I'm the one posting the videos and doing the majority of the series. Like Amnesia and Gone Home and a lot of the videos that we initially started were like Ren and Nick and everybody, but due to work and other complications, mainly because they'd have to come over here and play on my computer, it just made it really hard to get them done. But with with you getting your computer and Ren's gonna do Civilization, so that'll be interesting. Almost done. Is it done with this strip? Fuck you. Yeah, I don't like how if you change your thing, it puts the block back to its original position.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
What?
Really lame.
Fucking shit's falling on me. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, see how I'm putting this on here? It's like, in real life, this would be a mold. And there's no way this would be 2 parts. Like, they would just glue the concrete to the side of the other concrete. Like, it would not be like that.
Yeah, they literally would bring in a big truck and it would lay it.
Yeah.
They would have the
The mold
frame
laid out, yeah. They would just pour it right in there.
and then it'd take forever to dry. Can you imagine though, like we'd have to start at the bottom, wait till that dries, and then do another layer. Wait till it dries.
Yep. Yep. And now I should be getting to the end here. I feel like I've been going at this forever. Alright, come on, come on. Fix this little gap over here. Hopefully it doesn't give me too many problems.
And collapse.
And the Circus Maximus
Not done yet.
is pretty much done.
There you go. It's not done yet.
Let's look at the top view, guys. Look at that shit. How fucking cool that is. Okay, as if you're walking in the front door. The guy's gonna bleed like a bitch. Just walking in like, da-na-na. It's Rome, guys. Look, I'm even like bleeding like a gladiator, like.
Yeah, you're like.
It's so cool, though. Seriously, do that, dude. Come over here and like walk through the front gate thing. It's pretty fucking cool looking.
You know how long it'll take.
Yeah. Get your walker and get over there.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching. The Circus Maximus is complete, except for the track and the floor. So stay tuned for part 19, and we will get that done and be on to our next project for Rome, which I will most likely post in the next video. So stay tuned for our next project and more Circus Maximus action. Alright, guys, have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Alright, guys, see ya.